Yep, that's me. You might be wondering how I ended up in this situation, stuck on a rock in the middle of the River Tay. This is day 2 of the Tay in a year, swimming Scotland's longest river. I'm swimming the River Tay 1 day per month, and this is February's leg. On day 1 in January, I swam 13 kilometres from Kenmore to Aberfeldy. Today I'm starting from Aberfeldy, and my swim includes the biggest rapids on the river. I'm gonna have to swim down here? First, I had to test the water quality. Now I reckon this is going to be the same as day 1. Very good quality. It's green. Green means it's highly likely harmful bacteria are present. Does that mean I swam in bacteria infested water? Does that mean I swam in shite? Well, probably not. And this is going to be quite unsatisfying. This test has an incubation period of 48 hours, which means after I take the water sample, I wait 48 hours, then I look at it to get my results. However, 48 hours after I took this water from the river, I was away for the whole weekend, and I didn't actually look at this little bottle until 80 hours after I'd taken the water. By that point, the test results are totally inaccurate. And so even though the green matches up to the it's highly likely that harmful bacteria are present, by that point, it's irrelevant. This is totally inaccurate, and that's my fault. Shit happens. Just hopefully not in the river. After finding that, I waited for similar conditions. No recent heavy rainfall, the water level about the same, and I tested again. Only got one wet foot. This time, no bacteria. That's what I suspect was the case the first time around. In addition to that, my memory card got wiped, so I lost all the footage of me taking the water sample. All I've got left is this one shot from my phone showing the quality of the water, the results, which are very good of course, and the temperature of the water. This is a swim of 2 halves. First, a cruisy 3 to 4 kilometres floating by some beautiful riverside areas. The temperature dipped right down to 6.5 degrees, and the difference to January was noticeable.
Go under.
Without any sunshine to warm me up and river flow that felt quite a bit slower, it could be a tough day. So here's a question. Am I enjoying this? Well, yes I am. But to be totally honest with you, at points during these first few legs, it can feel like I'm just trying to survive for the next 10 minutes or so. Just keep on going through this bit. See, I'm enjoying it and I'm finding it a lot of fun. But at the same time, the cold is like this constant companion, this constant creep. And you just know it's coming, it's trying to get you the whole time. It does help you focus, which is good. But at the same time, you can't just relax and enjoy everything around you. At least not all the time. Soon, I would reach the rapids. The name of this place is written like this. So how do you say it? Grand Tully? It is not. The original Gaelic place name is Garantullich. Garantullich, the den or the thicket of the hillock, a small hill sometimes given as the small green hill. And that ich at the end could quite easily become Garantully in pronunciation. In English we say Grantley or Grantley. That middle T often gets dropped because of the glottal stop. The glottal stop. Now, Grantley might even reflect the original Gaelic pronunciation from when everyone around here spoke the language. Garantullich became recorded as Gairntully, and then at some point a D was slapped in the middle and it became written as Grandtully. But no one says it like that. Good to know these things. This is where the whitewater kayakers play. It's got slalom gates set up and it's pretty common to see people bouncing down the rapids in a boat. Sometimes they swim too, but it's usually unplanned. With the river levels today, it's very bony. Lots of stones are exposed and... Hang on a second, is this like a wise thing to be doing, to be swimming down here just for the crack? We'll get to that. This whole swim leg today contains a bunch of rapids and rocky sections even before you reach Grantley. I would not recommend swimming it without experienced and knowledgeable support.
Here we go.
Frenchie paddles the rapids backwards and giving me the right line if I follow him. That was my first mistake.
Well, I didn't quite follow Frenchie. Stuck in the rock.
After freeing myself from what was a bit more embarrassing than anything dangerous, the float continued. The river level had dropped in the past few days, and being lower than expected meant a bumpier ride. Because of this, and after speaking with Ross and Frenchie, the tactical and wise choice was made for me to take this lade, or channel, on the river right. This would avoid a shallow boulder field.
It's not very deep, and there's loads of boulders everywhere. And me as a swimmer, I would just be getting battered. Constantly.
It also meant walking around First Falls.
So that there is First Falls.
Aye, so first falls, where you see the slam gate, that's what you're aiming for when you drop down into it.
Yeah.
And just beyond that, there's quite a few rocks right in the water, and if you're not careful, that's where you end up.
Aye.
There's a little bit bumpy at the start of the channel.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not in the river 100% of the time, but I am going to finish this. And after consultation, I'm back in the water. Here we go. In the end, it's straightforward, it's fun, it's another leg of the river done. We covered 7 kilometres. This is about half of what was planned, but today's journey was slower, with gear faff, rapids and low water.
Day 2. Done.
My ideal destination might be over an hour away, and I had about 20 minutes of good quality swimming left before I got cold. You have to be willing to tweak your plan and remember the final goal. The river moves on, and so do I.